Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiance, Shekinah spills on her marital issues with Sarper after dropping hints of their possible split. Are they officially over? The glittering world of 90-Day Fiance has never been short on theatrics, passion, heartbreak, and relationship roller coasters that seem too intense even for reality television. But few couples have delivered the dizzying highs and sharp emotional turns quite like Shekinah Garner and Sarper Guven. From the moment they appeared on screen, fans knew this relationship would be anything but ordinary, volatile, magnetic, and wrapped in layers of unresolved tension. Now, Shekinah has spoken up in a way that has left viewers convinced the pair may be heading toward an irreversible split. It all began with subtle social media clues, cryptic quotes, a missing ring, a sudden pause in shared posts, and Shekinah's unexpected silence during what should have been romantic travels with the ever-confident Sarper. But the real shock came when Shekinah decided to finally open up about the cracks forming beneath the glossy exterior of their marriage. In a candid moment with fans, she acknowledged that things between her and Sarper have become rougher than anyone realizes, and that her recent posts weren't just vague mood swings, they were coded cries for attention from a woman trying to hold together a relationship that may no longer want to be held. For months, the couple had been battling rumors about control, insecurity, mismatched expectations, and even lifestyle clashes that seemed woven into the fabric of their story from day one. Fans never forgot Sarper's famously problematic comments about controlling Shekinah's appearance, her weight, or the intensity with which he wanted to shape their future. And while Shekinah always defended him with an air of stubborn loyalty, it now appears the emotional cost of that loyalty has come home to roost. According to Shekinah, the tension reached a boiling point when they started discussing their future. Marriage, children, where to live, who should compromise. It all became a tangled mess of opposing desires. Shekinah admitted that she felt unheard for a long time, and that the version of herself Sarper wanted didn't align with the woman she was fighting to remain. She confessed that the marriage brought out her anxiety in ways she didn't anticipate, especially when she felt pressure to meet an impossible standard of perfection. Their issues intensified during what was meant to be a romantic trip months earlier. Fans noticed Shekinah looking distant and quiet in the background of Sarper's usually flamboyant posts. She later explained that they spent most of the trip arguing, not celebrating. The emotional disconnect escalated until Shekinah began questioning whether staying was, in her words, an act of love or an act of fear. The turning point seemed to arrive when Shekinah stopped wearing her wedding ring altogether. Viewers immediately caught on. Within days, rumors exploded across social media, but Shekinah's silence only poured oil on the fire. When she finally spoke out, her confession carried a weight that suggested the worst. I've been dealing with things behind the scenes that have challenged me in ways I wasn't prepared for. Marriage is hard. This marriage is harder. Sarper, meanwhile, has remained relatively quiet. In the past, he had no problem rushing in to defend himself or their relationship. But this time, he stayed uncharacteristically reserved, posting more fitness-oriented content than anything related to Shekinah. Fans interpreted this as emotional withdrawal or worse, confirmation of a breakup. She's hinting at something bigger, one fan commented online. Others noticed that Shekinah recently spent time with close friends in Los Angeles, a drastic shift from her life in Turkey. According to insiders, Shekinah may have returned to the US to get clarity after a particularly intense fight with Sarper. Some even claim she moved out of their shared apartment, though Shekinah neither confirmed nor denied it. However, she did admit one thing that sent shockwaves through the fandom: I don't know if we'll make it. We're trying, or at least I am. But trying doesn't mean fixing, and love doesn't erase everything. Her words painted a picture of a woman exhausted by emotional tug-of-war, torn between fighting for what she built and saving herself from a relationship that might be corroding her identity. Fans immediately stepped in with messages of support, urging her to prioritize her well-being. A friend close to Shekinah reportedly revealed that the couple has been participating in therapy, although the results are mixed. Sarper allegedly struggles with being confronted about his behavior, and Shekinah struggles with the guilt of walking away from a marriage that viewers once believed she entered too quickly. Are they officially over? The answer remains murky, but all signs point toward a painful crossroads. Shekinah's tone suggests someone who has emotionally disconnected enough to consider life beyond Sarper. She didn't outright confirm a split, but she didn't deny one either. And in the world of reality TV relationships, ambiguity is often the last step before an announcement. But what makes this situation particularly heartbreaking for fans is how deeply invested they became in the pair's unconventional dynamic. Despite the glaring red flags, Shekinah and Sarper shared undeniable chemistry, a fiery connection that made people believe passion might be enough to overcome their issues. Yet real life, as Shekinah has painfully reminded everyone, is far more complicated than what cameras capture. For now, Shekinah insists that she is taking things day by day, focusing on her daughter, her peace, and her emotional stability. She refuses to rush into any public statement about the marriage until she is certain. But the absence of certainty may speak louder than anything she could say. If they are indeed done, then their breakup marks the end of one of the most explosive, unpredictable storylines in recent 90-Day Fiance history. And if they somehow pull through, it will require a level of vulnerability and compromise that neither has fully mastered. Whether officially over or hanging by a thread, one thing is clear: Shekinah is no longer hiding the truth. And the truth is that love, no matter how intense, sometimes cracks wide open under the pressure of expectation, insecurity, and the haunting question of whether two people in love can survive being fundamentally different. As fans wait for the next chapter, Shekinah has already delivered the message loud and clear: happy endings aren't guaranteed. And sometimes the bravest act is admitting the fairy tale isn't working the way you hoped.